Okay, welcome to finding a piece of clothing in GTA and changing what it looks like. We're going to be altering textures. Nothing huge, just the actual texture and the overlay that makes it look, the way you see it. So, okay. I went to Toby Space, this website up here, and then I chose male or gender and JBib, which JBib will bring up the jacket accessory. Shirts and jackets, that kind of thing. All right, so I've decided we're going to go with this baseball jersey looking guy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight and copy the file name. And then we're going to open OpenIV. When you pull up OpenIV, you're going to go to Grand Theft Auto 5 and you're going to select the Windows. All right. When you have your OpenIV open, you're going to paste your file name here and back out of the specific number and stuff at the end. Looking for a folder here. I'm gonna go here. I usually try the one with the larger size, larger file size. Okay, now here we're just gonna scroll down until we see JBibs, what we're looking for. The JBib, the number, and the letter. The JBib indicates that it's a piece of clothing, a jacket, or a shirt, that kind of thing. You'll see it under jackets if you're in Genesis. The number, the 19, is the number when you're going through in the clothing store, and the letter is the option under that. Okay, JBib 19. Let's double click that and make sure it's what we want, and it is. Okay. So now we need to decide where we're going to put things. So I'm going to bring up my file explorer, and I mean, you might just put it on your desktop, and if so, that's cool. Just make sure that you know where it is. I put all of my stuff in one place, so we're going to I'm doing some gun running recolors, so I'm gonna go ahead and organize real quick. This is not something you need to do. Um, well, I mean, it is good to be organized, but you don't have to specifically pay attention to what I'm doing here. Until this point, and you need to pay attention. Okay, so the YDD, we want that, so we're going to drag it over. It's going to copy it. You don't ever want to take it out of these files. You always want to either copy or export. If you drag and drop it and you're not in edit mode up here, then you're going to be fine. It's going to copy. Okay, so that's the drawable dictionary. We're going to scroll further down and find another JBib. Only this time it's going to be texture. JBibs again, texture dictionaries, and it was 19. So we're going to check that out. Okay, this is 19B. So you see how it's the red version? And there's the blue version. So you'll go down to Export Selected. And you're going to want the PNG. At least that's what I always get. Make sure you save it in the right place. Wherever it is you decide to save things. Okay. And close that out. And then you want to take the YTD file and get that over here too. You want these 3 files. And if you also wanted the B, which was the red, you could export that too and drag it over. So you didn't have to do the recoloring of the sleeves if you didn't want to. I go ahead and do that just so you can see it again. PNG file, leave the name the same, and save. Okay. You've got A, we're going to drag B over. And there you go. That is it for the saving of the files. Now, as I said, the blue is the A option, and the red is the B option. So when you make another option for the texture, what I always do is I save it as the next letter. So whatever I make will be JBIB diff 19 C. Okay, so now we're going to open this up. We'll get OpenIV out of the way. And I use Photoshop. You can use GIMP or whatever else you might want to use. Okay, we're going to take the PNG file. That's the one we're going to edit. And I'm just going to drag it over here into Photoshop. Okay. As you can see, the sleeves are up top. This is the front of the shirt, and this is the back of the shirt. This is a lot easier to see than some things. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this one. And for me, this one's going to be pretty easy. All I'm going to do is get rid of this class of 98 Rockstar game. So I'm going to grab my eraser tool. Actually, probably better to grab a paintbrush. Get the color of the shirt. Nope, let's not do that. Okay. Maybe even better than that, do the healing brush. The healing brush will will sample all the surrounding areas and give you a blank slate, hopefully. If it does some stuff that you don't like, you just, go back over. And there we go, we have a blank slate. I'm gonna file, save as, and I'm gonna save that as option C. So it'll pop up in the clothing store options as the blue shirt, and then you'll go to the variations, and this will be the third variation. Okay, so now I'm going to look in my files and I'm going to find the thing that I want to put on the t-shirt. And that is, I put that. Oh, I seem to have misplaced my art. Okay, well, here is a EMS logo. So I'm just going to drag it over and drop it. Make it small. That's not going to be great right there, but we could always take it over here and put it on the shoulder of the shirt. Or you come over here, make sure we're on the correct layer, the medical logo. And then we can do some effects. Maybe do an outer glow. That'll bring this guy up. And if we make the outer glow the blue, the shirt, I still have the eyedropper, so I'm clicking on the blue of the shirt. And then we play with it a little bit. We want it to be very opaque. There we go, that looks good. Want it to be precise. Okay, so now we've got a good background on that where it makes it pop. So you can use your little guide tool, get it close to like the middle, or of what you think the middle is on the shirt. I think it's about right there. Oop. Oops. Control Z. That's your undo. Okay, so now we have the EMS logo on this shirt. Okay, so I always save the first one as a PSD, so we'll have the layers intact. So we'll do File, Save As. Save that. And then I flatten it out. Layer, flatten image, File, Save As. And then we're going to save it as the PNG. We'll overwrite it. Okay, so now we're in clothing. Here we go. Now, you're going to bring your OpenIV back. I'm going to close all that up. And I'm going to take the file that we just made with all of our separate files in it. We're going to take the file folder, bring it over, and just drop it. All right, so now over here, you see all the options. Okay, at this point, we're going to click on Edit Mode. You don't want to mess with any of your GTA files while you're in Edit Mode. So be cautious. Okay, so we have the drawable dictionary that's going to show us what our shirt's going to look like. And then we're down here with the texture dictionary. So A was the blue, I believe. And so now you see over here that it's looking for the A option over here. We're going to go up here and we're going to replace it with the C option. And there we go. And then we're going to save. And now it's going to tell the drawable dictionary to look for the C file instead. And there you have it. I think it might be a little bit over to the right. I can't tell. From the top, it looks really good. But it might need to come back a little to the left. And so, you just go and you make the little tweaks and all that stuff. But that's basically it. That's basically all you need to know to put a decal on a t-shirt or anything else.